going to be adding fractions again. Yesterday we learned that adding fractions is crazy easy if they have the same denominator. If they have the same denominator, you really just have to add the numerators, right? So that makes it really easy. Hang on, my board is not working on my tablet.
There's one of those on here too.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
This one?
Miss Tab. There's a problem on here with one of the same denominators.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna try and squeeze this over without knocking over a jar.
Did they even grow anything?
It didn't do nothing yet. We're gonna add some more salt to it later. What happened to this?
Oh, mine has a lot of salt at home. Did it do anything? No.
Okay, guys. All right.
So
What? Are we ready?
Yes.
Because I'm ready.
I am.
Okay. No. All right. Now, on the first one, let's look at how we're going to add things with a different denominator. Number one on your paper is 4/5 plus 1/3. You might be tempted to say 5/8 and just add all the way across, but that is not it. Do not do that. It does not have anything to do with multiplying because this is an adding problem. Now, remember how easy it was to add when they had the same denominator?
Yeah.
We're going to just make them have the same denominator. So how are we going to do that? It's kind of like when we found equivalent fractions. So what can these both turn into? So looking at these denominators, what could I multiply 5 by and get an answer that I could also multiply the 3 by?
5 times 3 and 5.
Yeah. So you can always just multiply them by each other. So I can take this whole fraction and multiply it by 3. Take this whole fraction and multiply it by 5. Okay, so let's see how that works. And remember, whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 5 times 3, and then I've got to do that to the top, 4 times 3. That's going to give me, I wrote way too big on this. Okay, I'm going to draw a little line here.
Okay, we have.
So 5 times 3 is going to be 15. And then the top of my fraction, 4 times 3 is 12. Then I've got to do something to my other fraction. So this one, I'm going to multiply by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. And then I've got to do the same thing to my top. 1 times 5 is 5. So now I have 2 fractions. This one, 12/15 is equivalent to 4/5. 5/15 is equivalent to 1/3. But now they have the same denominator, so I can easily add my numerator. And what is 12 plus 5?
17.
17, and then I would put it back on top of the 15. Now, this gives me an improper fraction, and I am going to ask you to simplify that, which means reduce it down to a mixed number. So I'm going to erase some of this, get it out of my way. So if I were to take 17/15, let's remember how to change this improper fraction to a mixed number. How many times can 15 go into 17?
1 time, and then that would
1
leave
time,
2.
which would give me 15, 1 whole. Gives me 15. 17 minus 15 is 2. And I put it over my original
So it would equal
15. 1 and 2, 15. There you go. All right, flipping back over to my me kids because some of you guys raised. Who raised their hand? 1 and 2, 15. So you got it. I can't see all of you guys. You're not on my screen for some reason today.
I didn't raise my hand. I typed in the chat.
Okay. It's not showing me you got. I don't know what's wrong with this goofy ball thing.
I think you need to press stop.
Okay. Never mind. I can see you if you're on my computer screen. I just can't see you if you're on the other one. Okay. So we're going to practice, like I said, this whole front sheet, we're going to practice together. And I want to do couple more of them. Okay, so I'm gonna write smaller to begin with. I got 4/10
And 1/3.
plus 1/3.
30.
All right, what do you want to make our denominator? Something that I can turn both of these into.
30.
Sean says he wants to make it 30. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
That 30 would be something we know that we can turn them both into?
Yeah.
Okay. So, to turn them both into 30, how am I going to turn 4/10 into 30? What am I going to do?
10 times 3.
Multiply the top and the bottom by 3. And when I do that, then I get 4 times 3 is what?
12. I know the
12, and 10 times 3 is 30. Now on this one, what am I going to multiply my 1/3 by?
3 times 10.
Times 10.
3/30.
Okay, and when I do that, 1 times 10 is 10, and 3 times 10 again is 30. So I've got 12 plus 10.
20.
It's 11/15.
All right, 22/30ths. Can I make that smaller? They're both even numbers. So when they're both even numbers, what can I do? Divide by 2. So if I divide 22 by 2, what do I get? If I divide 30 by 2, what do I get? 15. Okay, we're going to keep practicing simplifying because, again, STAR test, math test is always going to give you the choices in its simplest form, okay? All right. Google Meet friends, how are you guys feeling today so far?
Really good. I think it's pretty simple.
Josie, you're okay. Kaylee, how are you feeling? Lucas? It's okay. You're not 100% there yet because we've only done 2 problems. Okay. All right, we got 8/10 and 1/2 this time. Now, hang on careful because
You're going to have to.
do I have to change both of them this time? I could take the denominators to 20.
Yeah.
But what could I do?
Multiply it 2 by 5.
Just multiply the 2, Sean says, by 5, and that will turn this one into a 10, and then this one matches that one. Do you guys see that? That you could do 20. You will have more reducing to do at the end. Okay? Let me see.
I don't count my 10.
Okay? Either way, you'll eventually get the same answer.
Miss
Okay.
Strout, I put the answer in the chat.
Okay, I'm not getting there yet. Go. Okay. All right, let's see. That's what I get, Zico. All right, so if I do, I don't know what color I just picked. Sean says let's multiply by 5. So whatever I do to the bottom, I've got to do to the top. So then that would give me 5, and 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, and this one already has a 10 on bottom, so I don't need to do anything to this one. 8 plus 5 is
14. It'll be
over
1
10, but I can reduce that. How many times does 10 go into 13?
1.
1, which is a 10, and 13 minus 10 is 3. Put it on my original denominator. All right. I'm kind of going fast. I'm a little worried I might be going too fast for some. So let me go a slower bit on this next one, okay? For number 4, 1/2 plus 2/3. What do we want our denominator to be? What is a common denominator that we can use, Parker?
6.
Parker wants to go for 6. Do you guys like that idea?
Yeah.
Okay, what can I do to my first fraction, the 1/2, to get it to have a 6 denominator? Times 3 is what I'm hearing, and whatever I do to the bottom, I've got to do to the top. So 1 times 3 is,
3.
and 2 times 3 is,
1 whole and 1.
okay. Now, to turn this one into a 6 denominator, what do I need to do?
Multiply by 2.
multiply by 2. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. I sound like a broken record. 2 times 2 is? 3 times 2 is?
6.
All right, and now I get 3 plus 7?
7. 7, 6.
7 sixths, and I can change this improper fraction. How many times does 6 go into 7? Here's where I think I'm going fast. How many times does 6 go into 7?
1.
One whole time, which would give me a 6. And then I subtract to get my leftover 7 minus 6 is 1. And then I put it on top of my original denominator.
Easy.
Boom.
Miss Ann, where did your third 6 come from? Where'd you add? Oh, I don't remember that.
Added these. This one was how many times?
You
All right.
know if we got it.
Okay. Next one, number 6. 2/3 plus 5/10.
I didn't
You
get my
guys
full
do
answer
it.
on that. Miss
And
Ann,
then,
I didn't get my full answer on that, so I was ready to go.
oh, you're fine, keep going.
I thought it was 1/3.
So what is 7 minus 6?
Didn't we just do number 4? Wouldn't it be number 5?
Yeah, I missed that. You confused me. Yeah, I think.
Oh, sorry. Okay, number 5. Yes, you're right. Do number 5. 1/3 plus 1/2. All right, you are working out number 5 on your own, and then I'm going to see if we're all right, all on the same page.
What is it? My thing cut out.
You're going to do number 5 on your own, see what answer you come up with.
Done.
I don't have the assignment, so I can't look at the numbers.
Zekel, you don't have it?
No.
Refresh your
But
page, maybe.
Hang on, let
I
me
did.
go over to Zekel real quick. It says it's assigned to you. Zeke, hit refresh, because it says it's assigned to you.
Okay.
It's called Math 226.
Oh my god.
I see it now.
You're going to want to hit refresh every hour when we get to a new class so that it updates. Okay. Lily, Riley, yes.
Miss Bass.
Maggie, yes. Fiona, yes. Samuel, yes. Payne, yes. Yep, Sophie, you got it. Josie, you got it. Oh, you're in there. Okay.
Oh my god.
Everybody, how you guys doing? You're done. Oh, you guys are like on the little sheet. All right. Zeke, yeah. All right, guys, that one. Let's go through that one together real quick. For those that are still working, all right, we had 1/3.
I'm almost done.
Okay. Plus 1/2.
I'm working with the teacher.
It looks like a lot of people wanted to take this to a denominator with a 6, which means I'm going to multiply this by what? Haley Floyd, are you still with me over there on the meet? What am I going to multiply 1/3 by so that I can get it to have a denominator of 6? What am I going to multiply 1/3 by?
She said 2. Yeah,
She put it in the chat.
Okay.
She's scared.
Got it. All right, so 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. All right, Lucas, I'm coming to you. You can type it in the chat. What am I going to multiply 1/2 by to get the denominator to be a 6? Oh, Lucas, you have the answer. All right, cool, dude. Yep, and you said 3. You got it. All right, so multiplying this one by 3. I'm loving it. 2 6 plus 3 6 gives me 5 6. How are you guys feeling about this?
I'm on the next page.
Lily's 0.
I'm gonna take Lily.
Lily did this. I thought she meant 0. I was like, wow, you're doing a really bad job right now if Lily's a 0. All
I'm
right.
a 5.
Awesome, Zico. Okay. 1/2 plus 1/4. Do I need to change both of these?
No.
Why not? Why don't I need to
Miss
change
Gabby
both?
skipped another problem. We're on number 6.
I don't want to do number. All right, well, whatever. Go with this one. We're on 7 right now. Half plus a fourth. Do I need to change both of these? Parker's saying no. Everybody's saying no. Why not?
Because.
Because
you can multiply the.
Because I said so, and that's all the reason you need. That doesn't apply here. There's a real because. Why don't I need to change these both, Fiona?
Because you can multiply the 2 by 2, and that will give a 4.
All right. And let's see who said something in the chat. Oh, Zeke's just giving me an answer. Because I can multiply the 2 by 2 and get it to a 4 so that it matches the other. All right, so that would give me 2 fourths plus 1 fourth would be 3 fourths, which is what Zeke had in the chat. Good job, friendly friends. All right, let's do
Number 6.
Number
let's
6.
do number 6 because I skipped number 6. So let's rewind to number 6.
You jump right into it.
And then you guys work out number 6 and show me your answers. And it's 2/3 plus 5/10. And I've got to figure this one out on my own real quick, but not on the board. This is times 10.
But you're just a smart kid.
Oh, Miss Bab,
Miss Bab, mine's in the chat.
I simplified all of mine, Miss Bab.
If you need to, and I'm telling you that you do, Zico, I don't like your answer in the chat.
Miss Bab, what about mine?
Zico, look at your numerator again. Simplify it if you can. You can go even smaller than that yet.
Oh.
Yes, but you can take that fraction even smaller. I'm checking number 6.
Is that better? I messed up. I accidentally, I don't know. I hit a 1 instead of 0.
Yep. Wait, what are you saying? Hang on, I can't hear you.
I hit 1 instead of the 0.
What are you putting, Zeke? That is not right either. Try again.
Miss Bab.
Start over, Zeke.
Miss Bab. I feel like I did something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can make it more.
Miss Bab.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you can turn it from an improper to a mix.
She's helping us. Okay, see, Miss Bab.
Yes, but you can make the fraction even smaller.
Yeah, you can make that small. Miss Bab. On number 3 on the back.
Change it to a mixed number, and you got it.
I got it.
Did I get it yet?
Hang on, I'm coming back to
You're
you.
the same denominator on number 3 on the back.
No. All right, yes, Josie, you got it. All right, let's go through this. Yes. Okay, so it looks like most of you wanted to take this to a denominator with 30. I'm good with that. It really is
How
the
is that
lowest
not?
common.
Oh, I hit a 2 instead of a 3.
I don't know what you were doing, dude, but you were not even close, really. But that's okay. 3 times 10 is going to get me to where I need to be. So 2 times 10 is 20, and 3 times 10 is 30. On this side, I'm going to multiply by 3. 5 times 3 gives me 15. 10 times 3 gives me 30. Add those together. 20 plus 15 is
35.
35 over 30.
Which
Now you can take this to a
30.
mixed number. How many times does 30 go into 35?
1 time.
1 time. And that would be 30. So 30 minus 30, 35 minus 30 would give me 5 left over my 30. But I can make that smaller yet because I can divide this by
5.
Miss Bab.
Which would be a 6. Because
Yes,
5 times 6.
And if I divide it by 5, I get a 1. I still have my big number.
1,
And 30 divided by 5 is
6.
6.
So 1 and 1, 6.
1 and 1, 6. There was a lot going on with that one. We had to change improper to mixed and simplify after we found a common denominator. There was a lot going on with that one, but you guys, most everybody I walked by did get to it. All right, do number 8. Now, we already did number 7, so do number 8 on your own now. We got 2/10 plus 2/4.
This kid's already done.
I want to take, so some of you went to, you guys took it to a 40 denominator.
Yeah.
What could I take, what denominator could I go to that's smaller?
10.
20?
This bad.
Hang on, I don't know the answer yet.
Oh, I know the answer.
I didn't fill it out yet. 2/10, 2/4. If I take this to 20, and I take this times 5.
Oh yeah, there's a back.
2.
If you take it to 40, there's a lot of reducing.
Yes. Yeah, that's the problem. Sometimes if you just automatically go with what the obvious denominator is, then you're definitely going to have to reduce. If you look closely, you can sometimes find a smaller denominator. 20, I think, is a good one to go to. You still have to reduce with that as well. But 20 is the smallest you can go, I think, and then you reduce it back down.
Did I get it, Mr. And, I kept hitting like 25 instead of 35. I have that same.
I like your answer.
Miss Back.
Yes. Josie, you're good. So, what can we multiply this side by? It's going to get us to. On this side, what can we multiply 4 by? We're going to can't take 2 times 5 is 4 times 5 is 4 plus 10. So 4 plus 10.
I'm actually graduating myself.
14 over 20. But then you can take those and divide them by 2. 14 divided by 2 is. Okay, figure that out. That is the answer, but you got to get it small. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you may. All right, so on this one, let's look at this one, guys. I'm going to take it to 20. So to get my 10 to a 20, I'm going to multiply by 2, which would give me a 4 and a 20. Over here, to get my 4 to turn into a 20, I need to multiply by 5, which would give me a 10 and a 20. Then I end up with 14 over 20. I can divide this by 2, which would give me 7 over 20 divided by 2 is 10. 7 tenths. Okay. All right. How are we feeling on a scale of 1 to 4?
7.
4.
Haley left again.
Oopsie.
Okay. All right, Lucas, how you doing? You okay? Or want more practice? Anybody want more practice?
On the back.
Josie, yes, ma'am.
I've got the answer for the next one.
All right. Hang on. Go do the next one then. Do number 9. 7/10 plus a half.
Bam.
Got it? Yep. No. Jason, you were right. Josie, you're right. Oh, no, I didn't.
What I'm confused on is the back.
Did I get it?
No. You need to change that improper fraction to something else. Kendall, yes?
What's that? Yeah. But on the back, there's this.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is 8 times 8, and this is 16 times 2. But I don't know what I would do if I'm not
You
times
can just turn this into a 16. 4 times 4 versus 16. 3 times 4. Change this one into 16. You don't even need to do anything with this one.
Is it 2 and 2 fifths?
No.
Did I get
Why
it,
did
Miss
you-
Bab?
On this one. But it was already 10. So you didn't need to do, well, you didn't need to do anything to the numerator then. You changed the numerator from 7 to 14, but I don't know why. You didn't multiply the
Miss
bottom.
Bab, did I get it?
Zeke,
Just leave this
yes.
one alone.
Wait. No.
Zeke, no.
How? I did, I brought it to 20, and then I multiplied 7 by 2, 14.
All right, so let's
And then
go over
1 by 10 is 10, 24.
7/10 plus a half.
Oh, I know that one already.
I know what some of you did. Okay,
Miss Sam?
did I need to change both of these? Did I need to change both of these? Guys, make your life easier. Look if you can turn one of them into the other one.
Yeah, you was doing the last one.
Oh.
Times 5.
Oh. Well, I'm on number 9.
Oh, okay. I'm done.
Okay, number 9. I didn't need to change both of these because I can turn the half into a something with a 10th. I just need to multiply by 5 on this side. So this one can stay the same. And I'll turn this one into a 10 denominator. So when I do that, 5 times 1 is 5. And 2 times 5 is 10. Thanks, Lils, for being with me, man. 7 plus 5 is
12.
12 over 10. How many times does 10 go into 12?
1 and 1. 1 and
One.
2 tenths.
1, which is 10.
1 and 2 tenths.
And I get 2 tenths. I can divide 2 tenths and I get
1 and 1 fifth.
1/5. So some of you are getting 14 on top, and I'm not really sure how you got 14.
Miss Bab, but that doesn't make sense, because if you bring it to a 20, then you multiply the 7 by a 2, and then it gets 14. And the 10 by a 2. And then you multiply and then
So
it's
take
24.
it different if I take it to a 20?
Yeah, if you take it to a 20, it's 1 1/4.
It can't be. Math doesn't work that way. So let's see where you guys went wrong.
We did 2 times.
You won't get a different answer if you take it to a different denominator. You just did something reducing wrong. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I'm going to take this to 20, which means this side is going to multiply by 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 10 times 2 is 20. On this side, I need to multiply by 10. 1 times 10. 2 times 10. This gets to be 24 over 20.
It's 1 4/20.
No.
1 4/20. And 4/20 turns into what, Zekel? You divide it by 4.
1/5, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 1/5, so I win. Okay, All right, yeah, so then this would, the 4/20ths, I could divide that by 4. And when I do 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 20 divided by 4 is 5. Don't forget that I had that whole number there. So you would still get the same answer. If, and that's okay. Guys, you've seen me make mistakes before.
Yeah.
It happens almost every day. It's okay. I've messed up really simple math facts before.
Like 1 plus 1?
I don't know if I've mixed up 1 plus 1. I don't know if I've mixed up that basic, but, okay. The back half of this worksheet, I think you guys have,
Miss Babby skipped number 10.
I know. I want you guys to have time to work on the back.
Got the answer for number 10.
She's got the answer for number 10, so do it, Miss Bab, do it. All right, I'm just gonna work it out on my board here. 3/4 plus 4/10. Let's see here if I can take this to anything. 40 is gonna be the quickest, easiest thing to take it to. So this side I'm gonna multiply by 10, which gives me a 30 and a 40. This one I'm gonna multiply by 4, which gives me 16/40ths. So when I add
So
30 plus
21.
16, I get 46 over 40. How many times does 40 go into 46?
1 and 6/40ths.
And 6/40ths, but I'm not going to leave that 6/40ths. Why? Because I can
you can
divide
reduce it down.
by 2. If I divide them by 2, 6 divided by 2 is 40 divided by 2 is that what you got, Josie?
Yeah.
Okie dokie pokey. All right, Cam, Lucas, how are you guys doing?
Can you go back?
Lucas is okay.
I'm good now. I just got mixed up a little bit at the beginning.
That's okay. All right. So for you guys in class, you have the back side of the worksheet to do on your own. If you are virtual, you have page 2 to do on your own and turn that in, practicing adding fractions. Remember, look for a way that you don't have to change them both. See if you can turn one of them into the other one, because I think the first 2 or 3 of them you can, oops, I bumped you. You can turn one of them into the other one. So the whole top row, you can turn
You
one.
can with number 6.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. I'm going to hang up and stop recording so that you guys can have plenty of time to do your work. And that's what I got for you right now. And I will see you at 10:35 for science. Everybody hang up so that the recording quits, because it didn't want to do that earlier.
I'm going to turn
All right, I love you. Bye.
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 Yeah.